Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Wednesday at the Rex Tech Pub. And today it is cloudy, windy, and I'm going to see what our temperature is. Oh my God, Darren, hello about 1,000 times there. Oh, maybe 100, not 1,000. 76 degrees. So we're not going to get all that warm today. So go back to OBS being that it's not going to show the lag that. And I'm late again. I'm late in getting ready to do this show today because still not really feeling all the best, but I'm doing better. I can move around today at least. I can take a breath. Not a full breath, but I'm doing better. Just hello, Ken. Hello, William. Hey, Tony. Tony, were you the one that sent me these? If you were, thank you. They're pliers with a hook on at the end of them, so I can reach down into the motherboard and grab the standoff and be able to turn the thing and get it loose. Yeah, Darren, if you were the one that sent me these, thank you. They do help. And it's not the only motherboard I've had to work on where the and a home built computer where the standoff other people's computers. The standoff will turn, and I'll sit there and cuss and swear because I've got nothing to grab a hold of it. Well, now I do. Thank you, Tony. I think you guys are familiar with these. If not, I'll show them to you. Yeah, regular pliers. Almost needle nose, but they're not. Because they have. There. Now you can see them. Maybe. There. Two little things here. You can just reach down there and grab a hold of that little standoff. Then on top, grab the screwdriver with the Phillips and turn the screw loose. I have one loose on that motherboard that I'm putting the 16 terabyte in. I got it with the other screwdriver, but these will be a lot easier. Just grab it with this and just. And see what else do I. Found my zip ties again. I keep putting them in the wrong box and forgetting that I put them there. And these are the 4 inch. I need to get some more of the 6. Actually, I need to figure out what size I need. I need the longer ones and the stronger ones. I'm gonna put them between two bars, and the bars I don't want them to come loose, and I'm just gonna put a 6 inch zip tie, maybe like 3 or 4 of them around there, so that they don't come loose. Hello, Jeff. Not at me. Uh, okay, you're welcome. Oh, I don't know. I might keep this live stream kind of short today, maybe a half hour, 35 minutes, because I don't know. It kind of. Well, I'm also waiting for a call back from the clinic. I'm also wanting to get out and get a bike ride in. I was out earlier today, but I had a few places to go. Um, had to go and air up some tires. Had a guy's house in the back and out by his garage. He had a his front tire on his mountain bike, and then he has a trailer with two tires, and he thinks well, he said check either one of them because they seem kind of low, and they were. I did grocery pickups this morning for someone. That was the first thing that was on my phone. Somebody from uh, Fifth Avenue Northeast wanted me to get her a few things, and I did that, and I did a few other runs, and then I had to check on some computers. So yeah, it was an all right morning. But then once about 12:30, 1 o'clock hit, just nothing. I've just been sitting on my dead arse, not doing much this afternoon. Which is usually how it goes with me. I usually get the morning busy or the afternoon. Now I'm trying to toss all my work onto other people. Because I really can't do much for the next 2 weeks, and then I can't really do anything after surgery, which they are now saying is going to be the 20th. They're saying if I was okay with that, and I said, yeah, I guess I can wait. Not too much pain. I'm not telling them about these bad days. Although I did tell them in my chart I had one a couple days ago that kind of kept me up all night. He said, well, hopefully I can get it scheduled soon, and I found out today it'll be the 20th. I have bad days every once in a while, and my back is still not behaving quite right either. So that's why I took yesterday off. I just wasn't there. I just wasn't gonna be able to do anything. Not the way I was feeling. And today I'm just kind of taking it easy, writing emails out to everybody and telling them that for about the next 3.5 weeks I won't be doing pretty much anything till I get the surgery over with on the 20th, and then probably maybe 5, 6 days later after that, kind of slowly get into things. But that's kind of what I've been telling Bob and Nate and these other guys that uh, my workload kind of needs to be a little bit lighter. Can't be doing this heavy desk work with moving desks and moving tables, and I just can't really be doing that. So I'm gonna be doing the light, easy stuff, so I don't wreck my back and I don't do the surgery. I don't want to wreck the surgery cardio thing. Uh, so it's about a month where I just kind of have to lay around and do nothing, which is not gonna be easy for me. I don't like just sitting around doing nothing. I like being active, but I don't know. It'll go right. I just gotta find things to do around here. So other than that, I really don't know much, guys. Really haven't kept up on the Windows news lately. I guess there isn't too much from what I've seen, but I knew Google and Firefox have got updates, or they did have updates. I've got a. I did all on both mine. I did the Firefox, but I don't think I did the Chrome yet. There's and I haven't checked Edge. I usually check Edge once or twice a month, but I usually get notifications from that Windows Computer and Technology channel whenever I watch him. He has a pretty set schedule as to when updates come out, so usually keep up with him or a few other people. And as far as fixing or maintaining computers, I really don't do that anymore. The computers kind of do that themselves, unless something needs to be replaced, which is rare, or an upgrade. And they're usually upgraded for what they need when they buy them. So It's kind of put me on that list of any computers that need upgrades, like memory upgrades or any. But really, we don't really do much of that anymore. And for the office stuff around Brainerd and Baxter, all the other guys are going to do that for about probably 4.5 weeks, maybe five. And after the 5 weeks, I'll kind of slowly get back into the light stuff. Uh, so I had to get my other appointment down in the cities for my cortisone injection shot. I had to get that rescheduled. So we're kind of shuffling appointments around, seeing when I can get me in where and what's going to happen when. I have my pre-op on the 11th, and I have my surgery on the 20th. So I think I'll live till then. I'll probably have a few days in between when I'm gonna feel like I'm not gonna live, but the other night was one of them. Oh my god, that hurt! Ouch! And I don't know if it was what I ate or if I did something that set it off. I don't know what it was. It definitely let me know until about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't happy with me. I fell asleep somehow around 3, but I just somehow found a comfortable position to lay in, and I just kind of just fell asleep and hoped it would be better in the morning. Because if it hadn't been, if it was still the same when I'd wake up, then I'd more than likely call the ambulance and say, "All right, take me in. My hernia is acting up to the point where I can handle." So, but I didn't. I was fine when I woke up. And I knew I would be, but on the odd chance that I was going to have still be in that flare up, and I had my cell phone sitting right next to me on the windowsill above my head. I would have just reached up behind me, grabbed the phone, 911, said, 911, what's your emergency? And I would have said my name, and I said, I need an ambulance for apartment 807 at my apartment. And they would have figured out where I'm at, and I said, okay, be there in 5 minutes. And sometimes you wish it was sooner, but sooner is better than never. But I didn't. I woke up the next morning, and I was kind of still not feeling right, but I was a lot better than I was the night before. I was like, oh my god, I felt like it was going to murder me. So I have a few nights in between like that, but some days or night are just not going to be my best until I get the surgery done. And then after that, hey, I'll be doing pretty good, I think. Just got to get to that point. Someone, what was that? Tony asked me to come over and mow his yard. I said, you want me to mow that half? No. No, not with that big yard of yours, not with a push mower. And he asked me if there was any reason I was saying no, and I said because I've got a hernia and I'm having hernia surgery in about 2 weeks. And, oh, okay, never mind. The minute they hear I'm going to have hernia surgery, everybody just backs off. Like, well, nope, never mind. Forget I asked. So Tony thought I could do it. And the only reason I said I can't with him is he's got that hill on the side of his house I got to climb. And no, I'm not doing it. I know I'll be regretting it when I'm done. It takes about an hour and 5 minutes, hour and 10 minutes to do. But I had already calculated going up that hill 5 or 6 times. No, I better not. And he doesn't want to go down that hill and mowing because you'll blow the grass and rocks and sticks into the glass windows. So he always has us go in the opposite direction and make the loop opposite. So that means I have to climb that hill off. He's like, ouch. No, not doing it. And he said, I suppose that hill on the side of the house would really bite, wouldn't it? I said, yeah, that's the reason why I can't do it. About 2 or 3 laps around that, I'd be, no. And he said, all right, he can find somebody else to do it, which he did. Called me back later. I said, yeah, I got somebody. All right. Sorry I couldn't this time, but I will next time. Which will be in about 2 weeks, so I'll have to tell him, no, I can't do it in 2 weeks. I have to be up to about a month. And my mom's going to make sure I don't do anything. She's gonna make sure. She called me today. She said, after your surgery, Rick, you're not gonna do a thing, and I'm gonna make sure of it. Yeah, for how long? No, I don't know. 2 weeks, maybe three. Oh my God. She always goes that extra mile to make sure that things are gonna heal right. Where the doctor says 2 weeks, she gets it in her head. She said, "Yeah, he'll be laid up for 3 weeks because they're gonna use that mesh. She wants to make sure that mesh heals in the right place, and that means not doing much for a while. And I think I'll do all right. Just can't come home and want to clean my closet like I did the first time. I think that I did that about 6, 7 years ago. I had this surgery and can't remember if it was that day or that night or the next night. I was inside cleaning the bedroom closet, bending over and twisting and doing. I knew I shouldn't have been, but I wasn't gonna sit around doing nothing. But my mom said you're gonna have to get used to it for a while. It's gonna suck, but yeah, I'll have to find something around here to do. Because it won't be fun sitting around. So you guys got anything on your mind? Anything happening out there? Anything interesting? Nothing in my boring world right now is going on. Nothing but medical crap, which I hope to soon get over with. Get on with a normal life. Oh, I'm gonna have him check my elbow and have him X-ray it when I'm in the hospital. I said, yeah, being that we're doing all this, you want to check this arm right in this area somewhere? Because I've done something to it because it hurts. I see there's that bump right there. They'll see it. See, yeah, let's find out what that is. They'll X-ray it. Maybe take an MRI. I'll figure out if something that needs to be worked on or not. I hope it's not that serious, but it's getting to the point where I should probably stop ignoring it and mention it to a doctor. So you know what? Maybe you guys should look at this while I'm here. The day before, or the day of my surgery, I'll tell them that my pre-op, and that's on the 11th. And you have anything else that you want to have checked or looked at? Like, yeah, maybe while I'm in the hospital, have them look at this. I don't know what it is, but I know it's from that fall I took a couple years or many years ago on my bike. 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. It just didn't act up for the first year and a half. Now for the last 6, 7 months, it's been kind of out. Maybe I should have that looked at, and I think I will. I know they're gonna ask me if there's anything else I want to have looked at or checked or done, and yeah, look at my right arm. I think it's maybe a time I have that looked at, just in case. You doing anything fun today, Jeff? Ken, you gonna be playing golf anytime soon, or did you take a break from that? Yeah, and then I'm staring at chat. Nobody's saying anything. So, yeah, and I was over at my other friend's house the other day working on a couple things, trying to get their basement cleaned up and cleaned out. And the other day I just sat over on a stool and talked to him while he was all cleaning in the basement of his house. He's got a big unfinished room that he's kind of just things had gotten thrown in there for the last 3 years, and now he's trying to clean it. From 5 to 7 a.m. Damn. Yeah, I would be too. I'd be wanting to just go to bed. Say, hey, what? Get me. Even though I've been myself been kind of getting up early. I was up around 6 this morning, trying to get to bed and trying to sleep without my sleep meds. So far, I've been doing okay. And I think if I need one, because I take maybe about a half a pill of my trazodone, snap it in half and take one, just to kind of help me get to sleep and stay asleep. But and some nights I know I need to take a full one, so I'll take a full 100 milligrams. Even with 100 milligrams, sometimes at night I'm just staring at the ceiling all night. Can't sleep. Yeah, that is dedication. I don't think I would do. Well, except I shouldn't say that getting up early because there's times that I do. Like the other morning, I had to be up at the hospital for this whatever they were gonna do. Um, had to be at the hospital at 8. Wish I could remember the name of that procedures I did. I can't remember it, but I had to be at the hospital at 8, so I was up. I don't know, 6:19 is when I rolled out of bed. I just go to bed earlier the night before, and then I can get up around 5:30, quarter to 6. When I was up at 6:19, and I kind of laid around until my mom showed up, which was quarter to 20 to 8. It was about 6:40. No, 7:40, 7:42 or something like that. She showed up. Got to the hospital a little bit before 8, and yeah, I was out of there about 9:30, quarter to 10. So I wasn't there too long. Well, it was around 10 o'clock. I left about there an hour. So it wasn't too bad. Don't remember much of it because I know they put me under, and my mom said he was explaining what he saw, which I guess is an improvement than what I was thinking, but or what anybody was thinking. But they then that's why he approved me for surgery because it really isn't as bad as they thought it was. Well, that's because I've been on the medication, so it probably fixed whatever was gonna cause a problem with that. So, well, it didn't fix it. It's just you can't see it. I'm saying it's just inflammation or whatever, but I don't know. I seem to be doing okay. Seems like I'm gonna live. Yeah, see now the sun's coming out, so it's a little windy today. So I don't know exactly how far I'm gonna go, but I'll get out. I might take my GoPro. Might take that the GoPro Hero 12. Might put that on the bike. Do a few videos here and there. And that's one that I've been wanting to do for a while. I don't know if I'll do that today or tomorrow, but this is one loop that I do that goes around down Oak Street, and then I turn the GoPro on just as I'm taking a right hand turn under the bike trail. Then I go all the way down, then I go across. Yeah. You guys will see it probably maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I don't know if I'll do that. I don't know if I'll get on the bike today or tomorrow, but interesting presentation. Presented at noon. London. Darren was running that meeting. Yeah, I don't think I could be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's why I tell either the clinic or the hospital if they're gonna have appointments for me, at least make it 8 or later, because I am not gonna get up at no 6 o'clock in the morning. You can take that to shove it there. No, I'm not getting up at 6 a.m. to be somewhere at 7. Ain't gonna happen. So I said that the latest, earliest I'll take any appointment is 8 o'clock. But that's only if I have to. I'd rather have them later than that. But if 8 o'clock's got to be 8 o'clock, then I'll do it. But then when I'm at my dad's, and the last day that I'm there, and we got to get drive down to the airport. That's another time I'm up early. Get up around 6. Be on the road by 7:30 or 7:20 or something like that. I don't know if I'm doing that again. Going down to his place. I haven't been down to Kansas in a while. My dad's been wanting to come up here ever since, for the last 3 years, 2 years, whatever. He's been wanting to come up here, and he's coming up here again. He just needs to figure out a time between my schedule and his, which he isn't. I don't know if he's got anything, but he said he's gonna send me an email and give me some dates to pick from when he's gonna be up here. He's gonna be up here for like 2 days, like he was last time. He'll come up here on a Wednesday, get here Wednesday afternoon. I don't know. We'll go check in his hotel for a while, sit around there for a couple hours till supper time. Then we want to go get something to eat. Then we go eat. Then we go back to his hotel for that's just for the first evening of the night. The next day we take some road trip in Minnesota somewhere. I don't know where we're gonna go, but that's gonna be our all day outing. The next day is when we do that road trip, either up north or down south. I think we'll go down south this time. St. Cloud, Minneapolis, or maybe even west. I don't know. Depends on what he wants to do. I'll give him suggestions, but I say okay. And then the day we're gonna leave, and they said, "Yeah, I thought where you said where you wanted to go, and I thought it might be better is if we go. I don't care as long as we go somewhere, do something. I don't want to sit in that hotel room for 2 days. Well, day and a half, day and a little less than a half day. Because he'll get up here around noon, 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then get into his hotel at the Super 8. I don't know. I don't know when. Hey, Heather. Am I having a good day? Yeah, it's going all right. It's going better than it was yesterday. I had to take a day off from live streaming yesterday. I heard it just wasn't behaving good enough for me to do much, so I just that my back was starting to hurt me, and so I was kind of getting punched from both ends, which happens quite frequently. Till I get the surgery on the 20th, and then the hernia will be fixed, and then sometime after that, I'll get my back taken care of, and then it'll be good as gold. It'll be good as gold. But until then, it's gonna be a while before I'm up and running. I'm just kind of nowadays, just kind of walking around like a 90-year-old. Slowly put one foot in front of the other, just kind of just doing this kind of a thing, just not moving fast. And next, my back won't let me. If I straighten up and try to walk normal, it's just it's gonna throw me to the floor. It's like, nah, you ain't gonna walk normal today. Like, yeah, obviously. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. So yeah, Heather, it's getting better. I just have a few days every once in a while where I just gotta ignore the world, give the world the middle finger, and say, nope, I'm not doing shit today. That was yesterday. I just woke up yesterday morning and I was like, I immediately knew that no, not after the night I went through. So I decided to take yesterday off and just do nothing for a while, see if I'd feel any better. And yeah, it's still there a little bit. It's gone down quite a bit, but it's better. I just can't do it. I think eating that Subway sandwich, which had tomatoes and stuff in it, for my ulcerative colitis, I don't think I should have ate that. That's what started it. And I didn't realize my hernia was starting to act up yesterday. And I was just too distracted. And the other night I went to bed and oh my god, ouch. Oh. The last night it was all right, but the night before, hmm, oh, it's not good. But yes, I'm doing a lot better today. In fact, I was out once already this morning. I had a few places to go on my bike, and then this afternoon, which it is 2:32, I'm probably gonna let you guys go here in about 5 minutes. And I'm gonna try to beat the weather and try to get a few runs in downtown. Bike around Front Street, then Laurel Street, and buzz around town for a while. And then, well, I'm gonna grab some ice cream before I leave, though. Got some Ben and Jerry's. Ben and Jerry's. Hang on. Strawberry cheesecake ice cream. I'm gonna take a few bites of that before I leave, and then go get some exercise, get some leg exercise in. It's all right getting downtown, but it's the coming back home is when I got the headwind. And it's going probably at 11 to 12 miles an hour, maybe a little faster than that, but it's not terribly bad. But I think it'd be worse if I had my trailer on me today on the bike and having to haul that trailer around along with the headwind, which I've done plenty of times. I mean that trailer's like I don't know 30 some pounds, almost 40. Yeah, it's heavier than that. One is 20. It's about 60 some pounds empty that I'm pulling behind me. It's a steel trailer. It's not the lightest, but it's more sturdier than the other one I had, which was aluminum and very light, and it can only take up to 100 pounds. This can take 100 pounds. Each trailer can take 160 pounds. So I could put 200 and some pounds in that thing if I wanted to. I'm not going to, because in my luck, one of the roads I'll have to go down is that Cemetery Hill and then having to go up the other hill now. I'm not going to try that scale and pulling 100 and 200 some pounds behind me. It ain't going to happen. I don't care how much speed I get going down the hill, going up the hill. I won't make it. That trailer's too heavy. So I always try to avoid that. I can't really even do it. I mean, that's a steeper hill than the road I live on. The road I live on is a piece of cake to that one. That one I have to go all the way back to first. I might be pedaling fast and not moving fast, but hey, at least I'm going to get there. That's the only hill in Brainerd area I don't like going down that hill. That means I have to turn around and go up the hill. I'll show you guys that hill one of these days. right by the cemetery, and then I go by the cemetery down a dirt road up to the river. It's where some people go fishing. I'll show you guys that too one of these days. I was gonna do that last week. I was gonna do that video. I was gonna bike down there, but then I got called, so it was for me to. I had to use the trailer, so. In the middle of all that, someone else called me and said, "You want to come pick this up from my front yard and drop it off over the recycling place?" Yeah. It ended up being one of those big, huge air conditioners. 60-pound air conditioners. I just threw that in the trailer. It's like, yeah. Now I gotta take this over to the recycle place, so. So I took it over there. I think they're kind of used to me being over there. So I'm over there maybe about twice a week. Especially if someone has a bunch of radiators or something that they want me to drop off, or in this case, an air conditioner. So I had to drop it off out there. They keep me out at the front gate until they can, I guess, find someone that wants to deal with me. Because I'm just a kid. I'm just a guy at a bike and a trailer. Usually they take the semi trailers, but they can't just ignore me. So someone came out and just waved me in. She says, "Yeah, just go over to that pile and drop it off on the side." So I did. And I didn't get paid much for that damn thing, so. And I would almost need 2 air conditioners and some other stuff just to make $15. I only made like 7 dropping that off. And the guy paid me for taking it out there. That was a lot. I guess I made more on the delivery of it than recycling the damn things. I really didn't get anything for it. Thinking I would. Thought I was gonna get $10, but didn't even break. I didn't even break a 10. So I don't. Like I said, I would almost have to bring 2 air conditioners out there, just so I could make half of what I charged the guy for bringing it out there. I'd have to almost at least make $15 to $18, which is hard to do in here. They really don't give you much for them stupid things. And the guy looked at me and said, "I suppose you want a few pennies for this thing, don't you?" I looked at him and said, "Yeah, it'd be nice." He looked at me and said, "Yeah, okay. Give you like $7, I guess." Like, yeah, if that's all you're gonna give me. And that's all I got, so. I'm not in sync. I'm not. Well, and yeah, I know I'm not, Tony. That's the way YouTube has been for the last uh it's been that way for me for the last couple of months. Nothing's been in sync lately. It's just I don't know. YouTube's having issues. That's all I can say. YouTube is having issues, and I wish they'd get their banana straight. I'll say it that way because I'm not going to swear at them, but I think you guys know where I was going with that. There's just a lot of crap I need to get straightened out because it's either this or something else working. There's lag. So yeah, it's not me, Tony. I wish I could fix that, but it's YouTube. They're just YouTube's being dumb, idiotic, or whatever. I don't know. They know about the problems. They just, well, according to Brad Sams and Paul Thurrott and all, YouTube knows what's going on, but again, it's up to them. If wow, that's a military helicopter. I think that's got 2 sets of blades, one in the front, one on the back. Chinook helicopters. It's got 2 sets of blades. That just flew over. I just saw him going out that way. That was kind of neat. I haven't seen one of those for a while. And that was kind of, wow. They're quiet helicopters. They don't make much noise compared to our turbo air care ambulance that we got. We need to take a trip down to Minneapolis hospital. If it's more than what Brainerd can handle, then they put you on the air care helicopter and they'll send you down south or Moorhead or up to Duluth. That's the three options you get. My voice keeps cutting out. That's again gotta be at your end, guys, because I'm not seeing anything being dropped here. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, drop frames. Yeah, there's nothing. So I was gonna go. I was gonna let you guys go a while ago. So I don't know. It's YouTube, guys. That's all I can tell you. It's just I don't know what's going on. They've got some issues to deal with. So with that, gonna say goodbye and hope everybody enjoyed this live stream. Even though I guess my voice is cutting out and I'm out of sync, and there's only two people complaining about it, so I'm not gonna worry about it. If everybody was saying that my video is going horribly bad, then I'd worry about it. But it's only a couple people saying there's something screwy. It might clear up later on. I don't know, but for now, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go catch a bike ride, and hope the rest of you all have a great afternoon. And I will be on the Zoom homies tonight. I know I skipped last night, but I figured just laying around in bed would be better than trying to sit in a chair for 2 hours and be in agony. So, with that, guys, hope you all have a great afternoon, and I will catch you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I think things are getting better, so I can pretty much guarantee you that I'll see you all tomorrow. All right, bye for now.